That's
All
waiting
right.
to fry.
Okay. Sorry about that. YouTube and Twitch. OBS crashed several times. Broke some scenes. Don't know what happened. But that's okay. We're back. Donnie will stitch these together later.
Yes.
Okay. So, community announcement. Dad Discord. Got all excited. I thought this is it. We're going to see early access announced. Turns out it was for coffee. This is the message, May 18th, 2023, 5:19 a.m. Hello at everyone. We are very excited to announce our partnership with Madrina's Coffee. The Tavern Masters over at Madrina's have been working hard to create the Dark and Darker limited edition collector's box, featuring an exclusive and limited Dark and Darker wooden tankard. Ooh.
Wow.
Madrina's certainly has some of the best line holders in the world. So they set out on a quest to create the best brew possible. Each limited edition collector's box includes the following: a tub of dark roast instant cold brew coffee.
Wow.
Give me some gamer girl bath coffee. Anybody? Any takers, dude?
I actually like cold brew, so I'm cool with that. 12-ounce bag of darker roast whole bean coffee, which is great. I actually like to grind my own beans and make lattes and stuff. So that's cool. An exclusive Dark and Darker Madrina's tankard. That's what people really want. You can get this special collab during its pre-sale, which runs through May 25th or until sold out, exclusively on the Madrina's web store. Products will begin shipping July 2023. Get yours today. And then here is what it links to. Pretty awesome. Check it out. Whoa. Delve into darkness with a darker roast. It's sold out fast. I bought it. Did you buy it, Jay?
Oh, I bought it.
Jay bought it. Don, did you get it?
I did not
Should
buy
have bought multiple.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, we should have bought an extra one for Donnie just in case.
That's fine.
Here's the.
I don't even drink coffee. I have my reflux is too bad. So.
Oh, well, okay. Never mind then. Maybe one day we'll get you at least the wooden tankard.
We'll get the Dark and Darker darkest soda flavor soda machine.
The coffee
the darkest
quiz.
way to get diabetes.
But anyway, here's the site. Pretty key. Not bad.
Okay.
I don't think it was what people were expecting or hoping for. But you know what? If it helps the devs a little bit, monetarily speaking, it ain't so bad, right? It ain't so bad. So that's fine.
They're gonna. I was already thinking of this. How many do you think they sold? 5,000 units, $50 each. Well, they're gonna get 10%.
They might get more than 10%. They might get more than 10%.
Hopefully.
But yeah, it's not gonna be that
They're
much.
gonna cash up front on top of the commission.
Yes, of course.
I think Madrina's is a dope company. They like support a lot of streamers, so
that's true. Yeah.
You know, and they're good coffee. I haven't heard anything bad about them. So if, you know, they want to make a little money. They want to make a little money.
I've actually never had Madrina's coffee. I don't know what to expect, but I'm gonna drink it.
Either.
I'm gonna drink it.
I haven't heard anything bad, so I'm sure it's fine.
I read the nutrition label on a couple of those, and they were outrageous.
Really?
Wait, let's see it. Hang
Some of
on.
them had like 50 grams of sugar in one serving.
Oh, let me
in the coffee? Oh no.
Okay, one serving size has 22 grams of sugar in the
what?
In the dark and darker
classic
one.
In the classic dark roast cold brew Madrina Sex Dark and Darker.
Okay, so I'm tossing out. I'll be tossing out the cold brew. But what about the beans? If they added sugar to the beans, there's something wrong.
There's no way. How are they gonna sugar a bean?
Let's see. Let's see
we'll
if they
figure it
sugared
out.
this bean. There's nothing there. There's no label, so I guess it's just beans.
Well, I am 100% going to be throwing out that dark
For 22
roast.
grams of sugar.
That is not okay. That's bad.
Times 10, that's one serving. So 220 grams of sugar in that little box. And in case you're wondering, chat, the ideal level of sugar for your pancreas per day is 34 grams. This is the maximum. So,
and coffee doesn't have calories typically, right? There's no calories in coffee.
Well, the sugar is what gives you the calories.
Oh, I know. Is there calories in black coffee? Has less than 5 calories. Yeah, so 100% going to be ditching the cold brew. It ain't going to happen. That's yeah.
Coffee goes great with 100 nuggets.
Oh no.
Yeah, dude. If we do the dark and darker nugget challenge, you guys got to have your slop cup of whatever you're drinking, your Madrina's coffee cup.
Oh
with
yeah,
your nuggies.
I will be using the tankard.
Yeah.
But a wooden tankard for coffee. I want hot wood taste with my coffee. I don't know about that.
I'm sure it's metal on the inside.
I'm just joking.
I was thinking of not opening it at all. I wish I bought multiple.
Dude, that's some. There was some guy who had that idea who bought like 35 of them, and now he's gonna sit on them until he dies.
Oh,
That's
they're
true.
at least gonna like double, triple, quadruple in price. No way.
Yeah,
they
Probably. Yeah. I just want the wooden tankard. I have this mug. Check this out.
Waiting. Wow.
Ooh, what's that?
What is that?
Terminator
T-Boo.
cup?
T800 Terminator 2 Judgment Day mug. Cyberdyne Systems.
That's actually kind of
Never
a sick
seen
mug, though.
Terminator.
Cool.
I have no clue.
What?
Wow, you're fucking up.
Dude, Jay, we gotta chat. You guys gotta have. You know what you gotta do? You gotta have like movie night with your subs in Discord. That'd be fun. Sit down,
The one
you
where he
watch some
says,
movies.
"Get to the chopper."
No, that's Predator.
I haven't seen that one either.
Yeah. that has
Oh,
Arnold, though.
no. Predator
you
1
gotta
and 2
have-
are so good. Terminator 1 and 2 are so good. Dude, you gotta watch. You know what I have not seen, though? There's one Arnold movie I've never seen.
What?
The Running Man.
You're not missing much.
I hear it's good. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I kind of want to
It's
watch it, but
It's fun, but
Mhm.
it's
it seems crazy. You just watched The Running Man, it's okay. Maybe one day I'll watch it. Whenever my kid grows up a little bit, when he hits like 10, 11, 12, I'm just going to inundate him with 80s movies and 90s movies, and I can't wait. It's going to be so fun.
Your kid's gonna
rewatching my
come out
childhood.
just super interested in the oily, muscly men. Be like, what, son? Where did I go wrong?
Where did I go
He's
right?
gonna be in 10th grade talking about
Yeah.
doing his taxes and shit at that rate.
Right.
Anyway, that was the coffee announcement. Pretty exciting. I got it. Jay got it. Donnie didn't. He can't drink coffee. His guts are too fucked
Imagine.
up. So
Yep.
that's all right. He's the most casual of the group, so it's okay.
I'm casual.
It's all right. We forgive you. Okay, so
This is a crazy idea, but I play the game to have fun. I don't
Really?
anyway, I know, right? Insane.
yeah, that's a good point. Well said. So
I'll be honest. I played the farm clips.
Fair.
that's
Fair.
hilarious. I play because I'm a jaded gamer that hates all games, and once in a decade, something comes along that I don't know raises my spirits. And dark.
What was the other one? DayZ?
DayZ. That was the last game that really changed the game for me. Before that, it was WoW in 04. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's every 10 years, something comes along that really ups the ante in gaming, gets me excited about games again. It was almost 10 years from WoW coming out to DayZ, and it's been, I think DayZ mod came out 2012. It's 2023. I first played in 2022, 10 years. Every 10 years. So Dark and Darker's, it's the new hotness for me. But anyway, for the segments tonight, we had a question asked in chat months ago. I can't remember what episode it was, but it was a long time ago at this point. And the question was, what do you consider the most important attributes of Dark and Darker when it comes to clones? What different types of Dark and Darker clones would you prefer to see or be most willing to deal with in a clone? But before we get to that part, we should probably break down our favorite and least favorite aspects of the game before we talk about clones. So I propose the question, gentlemen. What are your favorite aspects of Dark and Darker? I put some
You would have
notes
this one
in.
first?
Yeah, I put some notes in the document, some thought starters. And number one for me was full loop PvP. You have to have some stakes. I like that my death means someone else is getting rich, unless I'm wearing like grays and no pants. Then it's not that
Yeah,
great.
I'm of the opinion when I play online games, I'm not having fun unless somebody else is unhappy. So if I'm actively making someone else unhappy, I'm way happier. So that's why Tarkov is fun. Dark and Darker's fun. BRs are fun. Just because you just ruin like 3 minutes of their day. Just right there because you just shit on them.
Honestly, I kind of get it. DayZ, I loved the PvP. World of Warcraft, I liked open world PvP. I liked getting on an undead rogue and taking over Astronar.
And then just corpse camping them for like an hour. Just making them beat their keyboard in half. Oh my god.
18 years old and stoned and on E-Machine's laptop. Let's have a good time.
Not happy until they log out, you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're kind of right.
Yeah, exactly.
Easy to learn gameplay in a very challenging setting was another favorite aspect. The game is not that hard, but to master it is extremely difficult. Right? I think.
Yeah. Here's my point.
Anyone can pick up and just run with it for sure.
Yeah, I think easy to master. I mean, easy to play, hard to master is fun. But my favorite aspect of Dark and Darker, and I feel like we talk about this sometimes, but it doesn't get like brought up as much as it should, is the clunkiness of the game. Kind of makes the game work. Like how it's a little rigid, it's a little weird, and like you can't be Superman by yourself. Like you kind of have to play with a team. You can't get super outplayed by some crazy strat. I mean, you can, but it's a lot harder. Like the clunky kind of awkwardness of the game gives it a lot of charm for me personally. Like that's like one part of it I really enjoy.
That's a good answer. Yeah, I hated the clunkiness at first, and then I came to love it as well. Another favorite aspect.
I hopped in and it was rad from day one, dude. I love that shit.
Yeah. I liked it immediately too, but the clunkiness frustrated me. But then once you get used to the clunkiness, it adds to the personality of the game a little bit.
If they ever switch the fighter swing from like Rock'em Sock'em Robot swing, I'm gonna be so upset, dude. It's all arm. There's no back when they just.
That is true. So good, actually, it looks fucking goofy. It's pretty amazing.
So good.
The Dungeons and Dragons inspiration. That's like a huge one for me. I've been playing D&D since I was 14 years old. So for me, I absolutely love that aspect. I love that they are leaning into the classes from Dungeons and Dragons for the game. I think that's amazing. I've never seen that before. Beyond, whenever you think a Dungeons and Dragons video game, you think like Baldur's Gate and like games like that, right?
Divinity.
So, yeah, Divinity Original Sin, a big, huge, awesome story in a cool fantasy world, turn-based combat, find some loot, defeat the end boss, credits roll, that's it. Maybe you play through it again. Never has there been anything, to my knowledge, maybe there is, I don't know. But I've never seen a game quite like this with Dungeons and Dragons inspiration. So that's a huge one for me.
It had no impact for me. I never played it.
You're playing Dungeons and Dragons now, though, right? So
I started playing it after Dark and Darker, though.
And are you starting to like it more? Dungeons and Dragons?
What, Dungeons and Dragons? Yeah, I still haven't gotten past the awkward RP phase.
Once you get past
the best part, dude.
Once you are no longer awkward RPing and you kind of understand the game and the rules, you don't have to like constantly ask questions and you just kind of understand it. It's so fucking fun. It's the best.
Here's my advice for anybody who feels awkward doing roleplay with your friends, doing Dungeons and Dragons. The one thing I always say is put on a voice. Like, even if it is the most dog shit, terrible voice, if you put on a voice, it helps, because at that point, it's not Donnie. It's not me at the table, or doing it. It's I'm Gragnar the Barbarian. Like it just helps you dissociate a little bit, and so that way you don't feel awkward when you do it. But
I agree.
That is my recommendation.
There was a requirement at my tables in high school, and then I adopted that rule that if you were going to play as a character, you had to have a voice different than your own, just so you could discern from the player and the character, right? And it does help with RP. If you like put on your crazy little voice, like suddenly it's not you acting like a fucking gnome sorcerer or whatever, right? Like
you'd never catch me doing that.
You'd have a voice something like this. My name's JayGriffYuh, and I'm gonna rip you apart with my battle axe, mate.
Something like that. You can do that.
It's fun, man. You gotta get into it.
It's fun. It's super fun.
It's like the pool, man. You just gotta dive in. You can't keep chilling. You just gotta go in. You gotta jump in. All right.
Eventually, the awkwardness erodes, though. It naturally goes away. So I wouldn't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just keep playing, and it will eventually feel comfy. Another aspect I really like: unique/named items. Something to aspire to, something that you covet from some other player. If you look in the kill feed and you see some dude named Slap Ass killing 4 people in a row with Kuma's Fang, you're like, oh my god, that man is incredible. I want that.
Where's the nearest blue portal?
Oh, dude, that gave me a good. That gave me a good one. Naming your characters. There's something fun about coming up with a clever name like Pickpocket Perry, or my archer for a long time was named Chinese Malware. Like just seeing someone with a goofy fucking name kill you is just chef's kiss. Just my Tarkov name for the longest time was Dog Left in Hot Car. I was just chef's kiss. Just yes. 400-meter headshot. Ooh.
Dude, a good name is great. My Xbox Live name, I had many Xbox Live names back in the day, but one of them was Pudding Pants. And getting killed by Pudding Pants does not feel good, let me tell you.
That's good.
Someone in your chat, Max05, says, I can't wait for named armor sets. I think sets would be so fucking cool. You get a full set of armor and you get a passive something, 10% faster, 20% increase in health, something like that.
Dude, I want the JayGriffYuh armor set. Just a big fat nose, just right on the front. Jay streamer item, dude. Come on.
Oh my god. Please no streamer items. Please no.
No streamer items. Come on.
No. Do you guys
yes.
Chat, do you guys want streamer items? Let's see.
I'll take my own spell book. Yeah.
As long as they're not like integral to the game, like in Tarkov, because for the final quest in Tarkov, you have to collect them all to get the Kappa container. Don't do that. Just make them fun. Just put them in the game. As long as they're fun, they're not required for anything. They're awesome. They're hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends. I guess
I don't think they really need it, but I mean,
not needed.
Whatever. I wouldn't hate it if they did it.
It's like some fucking cosmetic thing, and it's kind of clever, maybe, but...
Yeah, I mean, dude, look, if they want to do something, like, because we talked about cosmetics, right? If they want to do the JayGriffYuh armor set with a big fat nose on the plate armor, fuck, I'll pay $2 for my sniffy armor, dude. I'll find people out. I'll sniff them.
Oh, shit.
That'd be fun. Now, Jay gets like half, they get half. Call it a day.
Oh, a little commission.
Yeah.
Now, that would be
we're
cool.
Talking, dude.
That would actually be cool. If you could buy the
your ninja headband at Walmart.
If you could buy the JayGriffYuh wizard skin for $1 or $2 or a few dollars, and then Jay got 40% of that or something like that, that would be fucking cool. I would be all about that.
They would never do something like that, right? It's too complicated.
Of course they could. They can do that. You can buy. I mean, there's creator skins in like Fortnite. I don't know if the creators get anything for it, but you could absolutely do rev share on in-game items with influencers, creators, celebrities. 100%. That's definitely a possibility.
I just feel like as a company, I don't think you really benefit. Truly,
you could benefit from that. Absolutely. If you have 1 million subs and people, like, let's say it's a couple years from now and Dark and Darker is full steam ahead and subclasses are out and it's like a huge game and you're a top 10 wizard and you have 1 million subs on YouTube, I feel like if they were like, hey, we're going to launch a wizard robe set, hat, gloves, robes, pants, boots, or something like that, and it's for JayGriffYuh, and you could buy the whole set for $9, and Jay gets $4 of every sale, that could really make you some decent cash. I feel like they would just make
it anyways, you know what I mean?
No, they ask permission. Like, when I was... at Stream Elements and Twitch, I spoke with agents and managers like Dr. Disrespect and Ninja's agent, this guy Pete. He's awesome. He talked about the rev share for stuff like that, like when Ninja had his skin introduced. And there are deals that can be made with content creators, 100%. So Fortnite creators get a % of V-Bucks sales as well. Yeah, it's definitely a thing that you could benefit from. So don't count that out. I mean, 100,000 people out of your 1 million subs buy that shit, and you get $4 a piece after taxes, maybe rake in $2. That's not bad, dude.
Oh shit.
It's actually kind of cool. So I'm actually all for that. I think that'd be sick.
Some McDonald's Nuggies money, dude.
That's a lot of fucking calories right there. My final thing that I wrote for favorite aspects was the removal of skill gap increasing abilities like weapon feints or parry abilities on every single weapon. I think that it would demolish the player base if there was some like high skill gap thing, like weapon feints or something like that. I like that they keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
I
What do
like,
you guys got?
like you made a good point earlier. Easy to play, hard to master, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should be able to pick up the game and do okay, decently, kind of, after the first couple of raids. And then, if I run into Agi-san and he does the super fucking parry and or repost, I mean, yeah, he should take my fucking head off. But, most average noobs, like, I should do pretty okay. Just picking up the game. I think that's a good way to keep it. Nice and simple, but, skill gap. Still.
Agreed. What do you think, Jay? Any favorite aspects we haven't mentioned, sir?
Not a numbers game. That's kind of why I like Tarkov too, because you can 1v5 in Tarkov, you can 1v3 in Dark and Darker. Not every game you can do that,
That's true.
Like you can do the same thing in like
True.
DayZ and shit. But
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, wiping
I'm also
a squad...
happy.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go.
I was gonna say I'm also happy. That made me think when you said numbers. Like when I hit somebody, numbers don't pop up. Like I like the bare bones feel of the game. Like
Agreed.
please don't numberify, because you remember the old Assassin's Creeds where like it felt like historical and real, and you would hit people and it was cool. And like you play the new ones now where it's like, you did 6,000 damage. Like whatever. Please don't. Yeah, please keep numbers out of my face in this video game.
sure.
I like the bare bones feel of it.
I actually agree with that for sure.
I also try and get some immersion going. Seeing how much damage you do in a swing and just take you straight out of it.
It works for WoW. Like it's fun to like do big crits in WoW. Like that's exciting. But this is not an MMO. I want to, like I said, I want my immersion. I want to feel like I'm in the dungeon.
I like it on a target dummy, like pre-lobby before you go in. Test out your damage for a second, slap on the dummy's head. That's awesome. All about that. But in-game, get that shit out of there. There's no reason for it. What else? Anything else, boys? Sends 000. So what about health bars so you can identify when someone's HP is low? I think what they could do with that is they could show wounds or like bleeding or something like that on someone that's like below 15% health. Like you see a gash on them or they're bleeding and you know like, whoa, this motherfucker's like close to death. An indicator like that, visual indicator like that seems okay, but I wouldn't go any further. What were you going to say, Jay?
Yeah, no health bars.
Oh, I forgot.
Sorry. My bad.
It's all good.
If you think about it, let me know.
I think a good one too is community. Like the community management for this game is great. Like they, we have a fucking hold the line meme, and they put that in the Margarina's coffee ad. Like that stuff's great. So the devs, community engagement, that's one of the things that you don't get a lot with big companies. Like, well, I don't want to say big companies, but companies that make games like this. Like normally they don't kind of receive community feedback and kind of talk and joke with the community as much as Iron Mace games. So
yeah. I like the fun play style, and I know there's really only like pickpocketing, but if they add more stuff like that, I think it adds a lot of depth.
I agree. I like that there's
unconventional.
Yeah, I like that there's different ways that you can approach the game. Like with Rogue, you can go sneaky boy in the shadows, ambushing people with your dagger, and then you run away. You can skip that. You don't have to take stealth or hide. You can just take double jump and dual wield some swords and just jump in there like a combat rogue style.
Mm-hmm.
You can be someone that has practically no weaponry and sneak around like pickpocket parry and steal shit from people. That is a pretty cool, diverse amount of options for just one class. So I think that's great.
Yeah, I think more ways to play is always better. I think that's a cool thing that they've done. They could do better with certain classes. Like I'd like to see Bard maybe have kind of an offensive PvP type role it could fill. But I think Rogue is great, right? Because you can do like the fun meme, and then you can also just be like the sweat lord PvPer. So I think some classes are better than others, but more ways to play. I think that's a great thing about the game.
Agreed. What about stuff you guys don't like? Least favorite aspects, shit you don't like. My first one?
Barbarians.
Same, actually.
Absolutely.
God damn it. Okay, whatever. I like barbarians. Well, actually, you know what? I kind of went fighter this last playtest. I went all in on fighter and had more fun. There's something about having a longbow and being able to cheese like a ranger, and then if shit gets close, like a player, and having your sword and shield or your halberd in full armor, so fucking satisfying. It's quite satisfying. My least favorite thing is spell memory taking up a skill slot for caster classes. I don't like that. Why can't the R hotkey or Q or something like that be spell memory 1? And if you want to take extra spell memory, then you have to take a skill slot and put your spell memory 2 in it. That makes sense to me. I don't like that you get a skill eliminated just because you're a spellcaster. That's bullshit. I mean, Jay, you probably have the most to say.
OP.
You think it'd be
It
OP?
would just be so OP.
Really?
Yeah. They would have to like rework it quite a bit, I think.
I don't know about quite a bit. They would have to rework some stuff. I agree.
It's all fun and games until the healing cleric in the backline of the group you're fighting puts his book away, pulls out his fist, and he judgment smites your ass down. Yeah, that'd be a little strong.
You would have to make adjustments to the amount of spells or spell casting itself. I don't know. Yes, you're right that it is more difficult than I probably think, but still, man.
It is dumb that you have to take spell memory, though. I do think.
Yeah, it's just kind of annoying.
It just deletes a whole like skill or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just kind of doesn't feel good. When you know that if you're going to play a cleric and you don't go in with spells, no one wants to play with the cleric that can't cast spells. What a dum-dum. So you got to take that spell memory for some heals and whatever, and then you just get to pick one skill. That doesn't feel good. I think. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't feel good. Some weapons being totally worthless due to unfavorable animations and penalties. Some weapons, this Vihanda, that shit sucks. There is never a reason to use that weapon ever. Ever.
Yeah.
Same thing with the staff.
Yep. What else? What's another dog shit weapon? Magic
survival
staff.
Bow.
Survival bow.
Yeah, but I mean, survival was supposed to be dog shit, right?
Oh yes, it is. But the Viking sword. What the fuck is that garbage?
I didn't really use that. Was it good? What was it?
It is so bad. It's terrible. It's a sword that a barbarian can use, and it is slow, and you're slower using it. The weapon animation's kind of just whack. It doesn't do a lot of damage. I don't know. It's just. And there's no perks that go well with it. Like a lot of it's like two-hand and axe and stuff associated with the barbarian. Mm-hmm. I don't know. They gotta figure out some of the animations on some of the shit that's never used. I wish we could see a graph. Like we had that big data dump, all the graphs of like, deaths and high roller and most played class and all that. I wish there was a graph of most used and least used weapons and items. That would have been really cool.
Oh, it would be heavily one-sided.
Yeah, rapiers and longbows.
A handful of weapons, just completely
rapiers.
Yeah, I think that's bad. I don't want to say bad, but it needs to be addressed. Like there needs to be, if it's just the same 5 weapons being used over and over and over again, and there's 20 others that can be chosen but never are, that's not good. They gotta figure that out.
I want a badass good flail.
That'll happen.
Yeah,
that'll absolutely happen. They're gonna pull in eventually, in my opinion, all of the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. There's gonna be a glaive. There's gonna be a great sword. There's gonna be a great flail that's 2-hand. There's gonna be small flail. There's gonna be all kinds of shit. There's gonna be hand pick. You name it. There's gonna be all kinds of stuff that they're gonna add. And I wouldn't worry about that too much. They're definitely gonna add that. Let's see here. The final thing that I put, max party size likely staying at 3. I don't know.
You don't like that?
I think party of 3's cool, but my hope is that there are larger maps or raid style maps that maybe are more expensive than High Roller. Like maybe it's 250, 300 gold, and it's like the Dragon's Cave. It's like you have to go fight Kuma. And it's like a party of fucking 6 or 7 or 8 or something like that. Maybe 6. Maybe you double the number. But never duos or solos. But you have your up to 3. And then if you go into the raid map that costs more money and you want to go take out Kuma the Dragon, maybe it's a party of 6. I don't know, party of 5, something like that.
That'd be fun.
I can see them adding a ton of different game modes like that to support them.
Yeah, I
hope they do.
I think for the regular mode though, 3 is good. Like for the regular maps already, if we had 4, it'd be kind of crazy. Yeah, I think 3 is a good size.
3, I just mean, in
the future.
In the future, yeah. In the current state, Party 3 is awesome. I'm super good with it because that allows a solo or a duo to potentially stand up to that 3-piece. Anymore, a solo versus 4, you're probably fucked, even if you're really good. You're repose, cracked out on Adderall and Red Bull, and you got your fucking most geared rogue and darker, and you're fucking and you're fucking making a YouTube video, and you're fucking hyped up, and you take on that third person in the group, and then that fourth guy comes along. Eventually, you're just fucked, right? It's a numbers game. But later down the line, one day, I'd like to see a mode with larger party sizes. That'd be great. And I don't actually know if Repose is snorting Adderall and fucking drinking Red Bull. I don't know. But the man is too good at the game. He must be juicing. Come on.
Yeah. He's using PEDs. We need to get that man a drug test.
Let's see here. Anything that you guys don't like about it? I just rattled off all my shit, but what do you guys got?
Ooh, I had something. Hang on. Oh, UI. I think the UI. I mean, I think this one was a good step in the forward, but I just there's certain UI elements I'm not a huge fan of. I wish it was like more cohesive because like they made kind of like the rounder change this time around. I'm not like complaining, but I'm curious to see like the evolution of it. I think we're going in the right direction. But yeah, it's just one of my complaints.
The number one complaint is the goddamn pot bug on the belt thing, You have to like cycle through 100 times to get your right potion out, and then when you go to sip it, it pulls out a light, like a lantern instead.
Yeah. I totally agree.
But that's just a bug, so it's not actually like the game. My God.
Yeah, I agree. It's a little floaty, and if you want to whip out that health pot really fast or the surgical kit and you're running away and your fucking lantern comes out, it's very frustrating. Yeah. If I wish that I could, if they do fix that, is this crazy? But I would make my utility slot 1 and 2 on mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down. Is that crazy?
You're disgusting.
That's disgusting. Okay, maybe I'm insane. Okay.
You're disgusting. Oh, never.
I mean, I have
keybinds are keybinds. Everyone plays their own, keybinds. It is what it is.
For spell memory for me, it's middle mouse button, so I can cast with the right click, middle fingers on right click, pointer finger goes from left click to middle mouse, and I can instantly just flick to whatever spell I want and then cast. Oh, dude, I love it. It's so much better than using the keyboard. Whenever I try to use the keyboard, it's like my old ass brain is like, this is not working. Like I need. Doesn't sound instant. It is for me. I don't know. I figured it out.
Don't tell me you reload with middle mouse button too.
No. R.
Thank God.
R for sure. I don't know. I think middle mouse button works well for spell memory. You guys can all suck it. All right. What else do you guys dislike?
Voice chat. I feel like VoIP it's a little derpy. Like I think it needs a couple more iterations. Just the way, like, I feel like I can't really hear anybody all that much in voice chat. I feel like if it was more, I don't want to say more better, but I feel like if it sounded better, if it was easier to kind of hear people, I feel like more people would use it.
I don't really had a problem hearing people.
Yeah, I don't really have any issues. Maybe your volume slider's down low or something in the options. I don't know.
Maybe. It just feels kind of derpy to me a little bit, but I could be complaining. But I don't know.
I want the DayZ VoIP where if you're wearing a big ass metal helmet, you're like kind of muffled, a little tin sounding.
Yeah.
You're wearing a rogue mask, it's like
That'd actually be kind of funny. Please. That'd actually be kind of cool. I kind of like that.
You play a wizard, it adds like an old man tone to your voice,
Voice modulators depending on the class you play. Oh my God, dude, that's a fucking good. That's a good idea, dude.
I have to mess with you guys for just y'all keep talking.
That is a hilarious idea. I really like that, dude. Damn.
Play barbarian, it just like puts you at the lowest level of bass, to add to your voice.
I am a barbarian, something like that. My voice is cool. I smash door. Hey, do you guys want to party up afterwards? Smash.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Great idea. Okay. So, moving on to the final subject then. What do you consider the most important attribute of Dark and Darker, or the most important attributes, plural, when it comes to clones? What different types of Dark and Darker clones would you prefer to see, or are you most willing to deal with in a clone?
I got the first one. You ready?
Go.
Don't be a dog shit game developing company. There it is.
Predatory monetization practices, shit like that.
An update every 3 months that added nothing but like maybe a cosmetic or two. Yeah.
All right.
Love that answer.
I have this thing called VoiceMod, and they have this like AI beta thing where it's called the narrator, and it will like take your voice and kind of like text to speech it through like a narrator type voice. So give me just one second. Oh gosh.
All right, can you hear me? This could be the wizard talking to you down deep in the dungeon.
Oh,
that sounds like a barbarian. That's the barbarian right there.
No, we'll settle that.
Hand over all your shinies and your women.
Keep going.
Yeah.
This is
all right,
great.
Donnie, you gotta laugh. You have to laugh with the thing on.
Oh, good.
I just thought.
Is it bad?
I don't know if you guys know this, but our special guest tonight is Orlanthe.
Be fun. Something like that.
That voice thing is iconic, by the way. The laugh is so broken on it. It's you laugh like you're like I don't know how to
like
do it.
You're on laughing gas.
It like laughs. It plays half of your laugh and then it cuts off. It's so scuffed.
Really?
Oh, that's awesome, man.
It's perfect though. It's perfect.
Voice modulators for the classes is such a fucking good idea. Holy shit, I love that. I fucking love that. Well, I'd like to see a Dark and Darker clone that is open world.
Oh yeah.
You're always in the open world. And I put no merchants, but maybe there are merchants, but then you'd have to have safe zones and shit. Maybe there's taverns that you can find.
Well, now you're asking
that are
for
safe zones. No, not necessarily. Just imagine like a DayZ server, open world DayZ server, but there's small safe zones scattered around the map where there's taverns with merchants in it. There's tons of DayZ servers like that.
You could just make it a traveling merchant where it's just like super rare if you come across them, you know?
Sure. Well, I think it's. I mean, there's DayZ servers with merchants where there's no safe zone, and that's fun because it's like, you know, if you really need to go buy something, you got to deal with people camping the zone. So it's
that doesn't
kind of a fun
that doesn't feel great though. If you're trying to go buy some med supplies or something like that, or some arrows because you ran out of arrows, you can't
find them.
A 3-man
sitting
there for
that
the
doesn't
last
feel
4
good.
hours waiting for you. Yeah.
But it also doesn't feel good to have a bunch of players hanging out, jacking off together in a fucking safe zone. There's 40 slots in the server. 20 motherfuckers are sitting in the safe zone. Guys, play the goddamn game.
A shoebox tied to each of them.
Tied. Hands-free device, baby. That's amazing.
Yeah, they had to make the inventory space for their shoebox.
Oh my god. It gets horny in that there dungeon. All right. That's gross. Okay. But yeah, full loot open world. Dad clone would be sick. What else? What else we got? What else would you be willing to deal with?
God, I bet none of you have ever played it, but Final Mouse made a... I guess this is what Dark and Darker would have anyways. They made a game called Aim Gods one time, and it was like WoW Arena, but with shooter and abilities. I guess what I'm asking for is Dark and Darker Arena.
I feel like that's a given. I think Dark and Darker, the original, is eventually going to have an arena. I think clones would definitely have some sort of arena like that. Yeah. They should anyway. I agree. Maybe chat can help us with this. It is hard to think about that. It's a thick ask. So why don't we move into Q&A and let's hear your thoughts, chat. You guys, with all of our powers combined, can think of some cool shit. What would you like to see in a Dark and Darker clone? What would you like to see be changed? What would you absolutely want to have stay the same? Or what would you want to see removed? What would you tolerate or not? What do you guys think?
Chat thinks about that, dude, I had my cat up here, and I was like, I'll just pet my cat. This will be fun. I've been wiping like hair off my face for the last like 15 minutes. People probably think I'm like on meth or something. Just keep wiping my fucking face, but I keep getting itchy hairs. Just like, I can't explain it. Anyways,
disgusting.
Terrible. Don't ever pet your cat while you're on a podcast, guys. All right, it's fucking, just don't do it. I'm like still doing it.
BJ Privet said procedurally generated maps. I think that'd be cool. I like that idea. That's good. That's good. Nice one, BJ. Nice one. Let's see here. A scythe. Well, I think there's going to be a scythe added to Dark and Darker. I think that's a given. Even a hand scythe as well. I love the melee combat. I just want to swing swords with the crispy hitboxes. All right, Skelly, I hear you on that. Skelly Bowman. Ooh, you're scary. Zebby Pad. Keep the damage numbers as basic as this. No overinflation. Okay. Jelly is real. All of your estimates on EA release. Did y'all get the coffee collector's pack? Jay thinks EA is dropping tomorrow. I think it's coming in July or August. And Jay and I got the collector's packs. Grim said there is a clone being made. It's called Dread the Unholy Descent. And I can't wait to fucking play it. Can't wait. I'm stoked. I'm stoked.
Looks a little scuffed, but whatever.
More scuffed than Dark and Darker, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
Dark and Darker isn't really scuffed. It is the game, you know.
Yeah. But I agree with you. Dread the Unholy Descent has. It just doesn't have that same polish. It seems a little poopy. But I'll play with poop.
A little far off.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'll play.
Virgo BR says, how about pets? Summons and pets. I think if a ranger could go in with a fucking panther or a wolf or something like that, that could be cool. As long as it could be killed. As long as it could be killed.
I'm cool with pets and summons. It's just like if they have any collision bugs, like you can't walk through them, it's gonna be really bad.
Oh yeah, if you can't walk through your own pet or your party can't walk through the pet and it gets you killed, no one's ever gonna fucking use it. Can you imagine the fucking stupid wolf takes a fucking seat in the doorway and the fucking circle's closing and you can't fucking get the dog to move?
You start swinging at your own pet, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Get out of the fucking way.
That would fucking suck ass, dude. Yeah, I don't think that'd be great. What else we got?
I guess in open world, it's kind of the best.
That'd be the best.
There could be like, there'd be maybe like game modes, but I feel like Dark and Darker would probably just do that. Nah, maybe not. Like chivalry style, you know, like 10v10, 20v20, whatever, you know, stuff like that. Maybe some capture the flag, objective-based games. I just kind of feel like they might add that if people really wanted it. I mean, a clone would copy it. You know. You can just send
imagine a Dark and Darker, Jay. Imagine a Dark and Darker Warsong Gulch kind of game mode, or a Wrathy Basin kind of game mode.
Oh God,
actually sounds fucking cool.
It would be fun.
That sounds like a good fucking time, dude.
That
capture the flag, Dark and Darker mechanics. Come on, dude.
That sounds kind
of. So
you
sick. Load in, you realize your team has 9 clerics and 1 rogue. You're like, oh fuck.
Here we go.
Gotta take the, gotta leave real quick.
That's
a fucking great idea. Dude, I mean, they've got to add an arena. It would be so fun to just have, like, team deathmatch. Not team deathmatch, but, like, you know, fun little PvP game mode so you could practice and kind of get better with, and then go into the dungeon.
Yeah, arenas like Battlegrounds and stuff like that would be a really good addition. Just some fun, like, game modes where you're not sweating about losing your set you've been curating for 4 days in a row, you know?
Yeah, and, like, the whole fun of it could be that you build the Giga Sweat set for you to do badass arena shit with. And that's the whole reason to go into the dungeon and kind of grind that stuff out. It'd be fun.
I think,
and then you have like the high roller leaderboards and stuff like that.
I think a system that could work if there was more MMO qualities, or like, let's say the Kuma, the dragon thing in Dark and Darker is a once a week raid or something like that. Instead of it dropping an item for each of the party members that you could instantly lose in the next lobby, what if you dropped Dragon's Gold? And there was a special merchant where you could buy you could only have it in your stash or in your inventory 1 item at a time. So if you buy the item for, let's say it drops 9 dragon gold for each person in the party, and an item costs 3 dragon gold, right? You can buy only 1 at a time, and if you purchase something and it's on your character, in your inventory, or in your stash, you cannot purchase another item. So if you play a few raids and you die and you lose your badass raid gear item that you bought, you still get a chance to buy a couple more because you completed the raid, and then as soon as you run out of gold, you got to wait for the dragon's gold. You got to wait till next week to raid again. But it gives you an extra chance. Spicy. Yeah, I think it gives you a chance to play around with hard-earned raid gear a little bit more, but you can't overdo it by buying multiple pieces. You can only have 1 piece at a time. I think that'd be cool.
Maybe they're not even tradable.
Not tradable. And maybe when you die, they disintegrate on death or something like that.
That'd be good.
Oh, I would be so pissed. I'm like, this guy's sweating on me full raid gear. I finally bring him down, dude, and I go to loot him. He's just butt naked. Yeah.
Well, it couldn't be full raid gear because you could only have one item. So if you buy the 3 dragon gold sword, when you die, that thing would disintegrate, but everything else would be there, the shield and the armor and all. I don't know. It's kind of I literally just made up that idea as we were chatting.
Good event idea,
Yeah, I think it could be cool.
I mean, I could really go wrong with.
Note: you cannot trade them on the market. You cannot trade them ever. It's soul bound. I think that's a good point,
Jay. Is like events would be fun. Like the fucking game, wipe the game. Like when you wipe the game, how long does it take for you to how long does it take to feel good about your character in Darker and Darker? Like 5-6 hours of playing? 5, maybe. But wipe the fucking game. If it breaks the game, they do a fun event where it completely fucks up the game. Just wipe it. Like no one cares. Just go ahead. I'm fine with that. So experiment, please, Iron Mace. Like do some weird shit. That'd be super fun to see you guys do some weird shit.
Yeah, like maybe like seasons or something as well. Like like in a Diablo game, there's different seasons where items behave differently or creatures behave differently, or there's some mechanic introduced that's different. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, like at the end of the go ahead.
The longsword season where you can cast spells with it. Oh yes.
Dude, Eldritch Knight season. Hell yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool.
No, but what I was gonna say is at the end of every Tarkov wipe, they do something. Well, not every time, but usually they do some kind of fun. Like they'll make the most high tier in loot $3 in your stash. So everyone you run into is running the most juicy Chad gear, and it's just fun. It's goofy. Like at the end of the wipe. So
yeah, like the last couple days or something like that.
Yeah,
that is pretty fun.
Free wipe event. I hope they do stuff like that.
Yeah, I think
free wipe events
they
would be fantastic.
They will, right? They will.
Hopefully, they could just copy Tarkov, the most successful in the genre. They'd be kind of dumb not to. So. In some ways.
You're right.
100-person free for all in the middle of a field. Yes.
Badass.
This was a good time, dude. Dude. I mean, think this game. Literally, like the mechanics of it are so fun as far as the PvP and just the systems themselves. I mean, the 100 people in the field, dude. Fucking Dark and Darker Hunger Games, dude. Tell me that would not be fun. Y'all start in a big circle. You pick a class. In the middle, there's fucking purples and shit. And then if you go in the back, if you run away from the circle, there's grays out in the woods. Bitch, last one standing wins. Like, let's figure it out. Dude, so fun. Like, yeah. It'd be a good time.
Sounds pretty cool. I like that. Some good ideas. Chat, what else you guys got for us? Drop it. Drop it on us. What you
How
guys
long
got?
till there's cheaters? YouTube name says. My, oh my. Have you either gotten lucky or you just don't know?
That's funny. This man has not seen a cheater in Dark and Darker. You lucky son of a bitch.
I've told you guys a story in playtest 1. I saw that dude speed hacking out of his mind, right?
No.
Playtest 1, there was only like 1,500 people or something at the time when I was playing. I saw the spider full geared fucking zooming, bro. Run at the speed of light.
That wouldn't even be fun. Wouldn't that, I feel like that'd be so boring. Cheating ruins games.
The best part about it, he was like the top escape artist on the leaderboard.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, that guy.
I don't know about you, but back in the day, I was playing StarCraft, the original StarCraft on PC. I was 13 years old, maybe 12. And my buddies at school were like, dude, there's some cheats. Power overwhelming. Show me the money. You can type this in to the game while you're playing the StarCraft campaign. And you can get a bunch of minerals. You can get a bunch of gas. There's a bunch of cheats. Power overwhelming. I think your units are invincible. So I was like, oh, okay. And I was like halfway through the campaign and I decided to like cheat. I'm just like, oh, let's just see what it's like. It fucking ruined the game for me. I got to the end of the campaign 5 minutes later. I would just you get like one small ball of Marines. You don't have to buy anything else. You don't have to do anything else. You can take out battle cruisers and hydralisks and all kinds of crazy shit with 10 Marines. Totally ruined the game.
That was awful.
It is awful. And I never wanted to play the StarCraft campaign again. It took me years to revisit the campaign and not cheat. It just completely fucked the game for me. I don't think cheating is... I don't see how it can be fun for the cheater longer than an hour.
I think there's only one answer, is if you're making money from it. Truly.
Sure.
I don't know what the fuck... What are you doing if you're just cheating for days on end, weeks on, months on end? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's... bullied as a kid. I don't know.
Yeah, must have been.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah.
Let's see here. Mr. Furlaw says, tomorrow's the big day, right? That's a question for you, Mr. JayGriffYuh.
Fuck no, tomorrow's not the big day. It was fun while it lasted, though.
We got the coffee announcement, then the early access announcement. What do you mean, Jay? Come on.
If there's an announcement tomorrow, I'll add one extra game to give away because that means we have summoned the announcement for the 24th.
There's an order to these things, dude. Hold the line. Come on. Well, you're not holding the line right now. I need you to. I need more line holding in this podcast.
Get
right
back
now.
in line,
I put my arms out to give it some support, and I just fell straight through. There is no line to hold. Not for tomorrow, anyways.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious. Let's see here. What else we got? Would they recreate all these game modes, or could there be a custom games option to let the community's imagination run wild? If there was like a use map settings feature like StarCraft back in the day, where there was just like in-game modification, custom game stuff, I think that would be a little crazy. Right? Would that detract from the game? I mean, maybe it'd be the best thing ever. I don't know, but I don't know if this is the right game for that.
Or you say for like modding?
Yeah, like in StarCraft back in the day, you could do this thing called use map settings where you could customize StarCraft experiences. Like you could have like bunker wars where like a certain units would populate out of a bunker. There's like 4 players. And in each corner of the map, there's a bunker. And you start off with Zerglings. And then once you get enough kills with your Zerglings, you upgrade to Marines. Then you upgrade to Firebats. And you upgrade to Wraiths. And you upgrade to... And then once you get... It's kind of like gun game. And then the final thing is you get like Archons or whatever the fuck. And then once you get enough kills, you win the game, right? That's just one small example of customizing your StarCraft experience. He's saying, do you think that could be something... that could be done in Dark and Darker? I don't think Dark and Darker is the right game for that person.
Yeah, it might be a bit much, but I could see some Halo Forge type action, map building and
that
stuff.
Would be
That's kind of cool.
People will go crazy with that.
That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's how you take a game to the next level. Like really, whenever you let the community get involved and kind of make their own shit, like Halo Forge and stuff like that, that's how you enter like a new level of popularity.
The Dad Forge. No, it's not.
The anvil. It'd be the blacksmith.
Oh yeah, the anvil. That's a man. You guys are so smart. Look at these fucking two. Got fucking voice modulator ideas. Anvil mode. You guys are fucking brilliant.
Iron Mace. I need employment.
Me too. Actually,
if your game fails, I fail too.
Iron Mace, hire Jay and I, please. Let's see.
I'll take a job. I'll do jujitsu in the office, dude. I'm down for that.
Yeah.
You think they got free jujitsu lessons in the old jujitsu gym or whatever?
I mean, you're gonna be running the class, dude.
I mean,
butt scoot at people.
Terrence Park himself, he was teaching BJJ. That's how he had that studio. That's how Dark and Dark was able to start getting developed. They took the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu studio. The mats were still there. They put desks on the fucking mats. The fucking desks are wobbling on mats and shit. That's what they did. That's how they got started. That's amazing.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing. All right. Any final questions or thoughts? What would you like to see in a clone? Dark and Darker clone. Anything else? Chat. What you guys got? Drop it on us. And if not, that's okay. Don't gotta force it. There's no reason to force it. Someone asked about guilds. Hold that thought. Next week for episode 18, actually on Sunday. I know we keep doing episodes on Tuesday. It's just that's how life has been recently. It will be back to Sunday nights, so just be patient. We'll be back this Sunday night. But next episode, we're going to talk about guilds and social systems in Dark and Darker and what they could do with that, which would be cool. So hold on to your butts for that. But let's see. Potion crafting in Raid. You find a little alchemist table, and I don't know. The raids are 10 minutes. Who the fuck's going in there to like brew potions and shit? If anything,
take you 7 minutes to find the flowers and get to the potion table, and another minute to craft it, and by then you're dead to the swarm, dude.
I mean, to be fair though, there is people that want to go in with a pickaxe and mine, right? So, and that takes up a lot of fucking time.
The children yearn for the mines.
I mean, some people go in and they just want to do a mining run. They're like, all right, we're just getting cobalt. Sure. So I could see alchemy runs. That I wouldn't actually throw that out.
I mean, that's cool though.
Like, there's gonna be a ton of professions.
If the best way to get the best consumables, right, is to go in and do like an in-raid alchemy, and then you can sell it for like buku bucks to like the hardcore sweat high-end PvPers. That's pretty cool. Yeah, but I interrupt you, Jay. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, I was just saying, I bet they're gonna add like a ton of professions.
Really? You really think that?
First aid, alchemy, shit like that. Yeah. Maybe a little weaponsmithing.
Yeah,
but it might just be held through the vendors. You know?
Yeah. I could see like a fighter wanting to take first aid because they can't cast spells, shit like that. That actually makes sense. That makes sense.
More so mean like they'll get like a mat and go to the vendor like they do with the mining shit already.
Do you think it would suck ass if they added like food and drink mechanic, like Tarkov, where you have to like eat once in a while or drink?
Yes, please don't.
That would suck.
Please don't.
I don't know about that.
I don't like that.
You can add. I'm cool with like food and drink as like a buff. If you want to bring like hot, spicy stew and it keeps you warm in the cold cave, you know what I mean? That's fun. That's cool. But do not make me fucking let me drink juice in the goddamn dungeon. That's just not fun.
I agree.
My third Tashanka of the raid, or else I'm gonna
Right.
keel over.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you blacked your stomach. Actually, you're gonna starve to death in the raid, so you better get out of the raid quick now.
Yeah, there's some please. Tarkov took some systems way too far, man.
Agreed.
Yeah, I totally like. I hated in Tarkov how if you got shot up and fucked up and you escaped, or if you died in raid, whenever you got back into your inventory and stash, you were super injured. And you had to like spend money on med supplies to heal yourself, or you had whatever injury you got. Like if you got your leg blown out, you had your leg blown out whenever you escaped. I like that it's resets. I don't know. That's just me.
Dude, Tarkov is so dumb. Here's how bad. Like I love Tarkov. I'm a Tarkov fanboy. But this is how bad they have no forward planning with their design, right? So initially, whenever you died in a raid, you came back, you were fully healed, right? And then they are like, dude, we should like carry these things throughout the system. So you're like, okay, cool. So then you die in the raid and like your injuries persist, right? If you black your leg or you black your arm, it's like you got to heal yourself in raid. So it's like, how do I do that? It's like, well, you got to use your med kit that you have in your inventory. It's like, okay, well, where can I buy med kits? It's like, well, you can buy them from therapists. It's like, okay, cool. It's like, oh, but you can only buy like 3 per hour. So like, don't fuck up too bad. So there was no like system to automatically heal you for like a year till after they added that in at the end of the raid. It's like, hey, pay 8,000 rubles, you get healed. It's just
not good. Totally.
That game's a fucking mess.
Yeah, I totally agree. Let's see. What do you guys think of the map as a physical item from Borlog? Maybe it goes into the tool belt and you hold it up and look to see the whole dungeon. No, I don't think so.
Maybe once they add like randomized maps, maybe that's a little better.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be cool with finding maps. So let's say like I have my map, and then I could like find a map with like treasure markers. You know, there's hidden stuff around the map. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
if
you find like a hidden treasure map or something, or that could be cool.
Yeah.
So you know, oh, dude, guys, we gotta hurry. Circle's closing. We gotta get up to that room. There's treasure here. There's like a stash or whatever. You know, that'd be fun. But regular map, I don't think so.
Hunter Brawl says, Soma, what about changing the stash into a player house that you could craft at? Kind of like the hideout in Tarkov. What if there was a hideout, like you had like a room in in the tavern?
I don't know if I like hideout, but guild hall would be fucking sick.
I think if you were guildless, maybe if you're gonna do that instead of a hideout, you had your own room in the tavern where you could do that. And you could move around the tavern. Maybe in the basement there's a crafting thing, or outside there's like an anvil or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Layers could be cool. Yeah, Dust Talk. Guild hall though, 100% you gotta have a guild hall. If you're gonna have guilds, you gotta have a guild hall.
Yeah,
that'd be
and you
so
could, like,
cool.
Upgrade it, you know, and you can see like the top donators to the guild. So you know, you'd be like, "Yo, fucking Donnie, dropping 1 million gold." And I get like bitched out because I never donate to the guild fund. You know?
You're gonna get kicked from the guild if you don't donate $2,000.
You gotta pay your guild taxes. Death and taxes.
Guys, you've got to update your guild fees by Thursday at 9, or we're going to have a one-on-one meeting. We're going to talk about your personal performance in the guild.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man. I think that's everything for tonight. Next week, let's talk guilds. On Sunday, rather. We're going to talk guilds.
I'm down.
All kinds of fun stuff like that. Social systems, etc. And then maybe we'll have a guest or something after that. We'll see. We'll see. I know, right? Well, we've talked about the potentials in the past, but I'd love to see Wilson's game and Ken K eventually, and Orlanthe and Spud. There's plenty of people. We'll see who'd be willing to jump on. But this was a good one. It's been episode 17 of the Darkest Hour. We will be back on Sunday at 7 p.m. PT for episode 18, so make sure you guys tune in for that. Follow our channels and all that happy shit. Donnie, where can people find you and see your non-existent YouTube videos?
Yeah, I haven't made YouTube videos in a while, but maybe here soon. Maybe something. I just gotta get inspired. I actually played this detective game. I'm not gonna get into it. But anyway, if I do something, you can catch me at DuhDonnie on YouTube, or you can catch me on Twitch, where I sometimes stream Wild RP Cowboy roleplay, my dude. If you want to see me talk like this and shoot a pistol or something, tune in, dude. You know?
I lurk sometimes, and I lurk on those streams, and some funny shit goes down. I'll say that right
Wrangle
now.
some cattle, huh?
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, catch me there. Twitch and YouTubes.
Beautiful. Mr. JayGriffYuh.
I stream on Twitch at JayGriffYuh or YouTube JayGriffYuh for YouTube videos.
Beautiful. I am Soma on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. I am at _Soma on YouTube. And now that my PC works, new CPU cooler, shit's not crashing every 5 seconds. I'm going to be getting back to that stream schedule, which is exciting. It's about time. But beyond that, you can watch these episodes of the podcast on the YouTube channel. And Monday nights is Star Wars RPG or whatever tabletop game we're playing. And then gameplay streams throughout the week, and that's it. So give us all follows and all that happy shit. And we will see you guys next time for episode 18 on Sunday at 7 p.m. PT. Thanks for watching as usual. Gentlemen, thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you, Soma.
There you go.
All
Thanks,
right.
guys.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See you.
Bye.
Well, I'll let this end before I say my terrible things.
Oh, no.